Well, hello again, all my fluid art friends. I do have a little glare, I see. Okay, I've already mixed up my resin. I'm doing an experiment today, two little experiments together. Okay, first thing I'm doing is, this is an Arteza flat panel, 8x10. It says classic on it. I can't tell you much more about it. I had some smaller ones that I taped off, and I just did a layer of clear, and if you look at it, you can see it stayed flat. I'm trying to, okay, wait a minute, there we go. So, I taped off the back of two of these, two other 8x10s, and I'm going to see how they do with resin on them. And I'm using Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat. It's got the longest working time I've ever seen of any resin. Oh, shoot. Forgot to put my my stuff in there. Well, I'm going to see how much resin I have in each cup. I mixed up 8 ounces. I don't know if that's going to be too much or not enough. I think it'll be too much, but I'll do coasters, of course, and I might even try pouring some sort of a design on that little, is that a 5x6? No, 4x6. I had to think, I think it's a 4x6. The label on the back's taped up. So, now I'm using all mica powders today, and now I'm going to have to, I can see it now. I'm going to have to divvy it up a little bit different. So let me get what I can out of here. Sorry that I have to make you wait through all this, but this helps. I don't know if you're a seasoned pro at this or if you're a beginner, but I'm not exactly a seasoned pro, but I'm not a beginner. And this way you can see what I'm doing if you don't know what to do. Okay, let me take a little bit out of here, because I think I got these cups a little bit too full for the colors. This one's going to be for my white. I'm going to put a white background down, and then I'm gonna okay, that'll be the gold. Okay, I'm gonna put a white background down, and then I'm gonna drizzle a flower shape on it. See how it comes out. The powder I'm using is it's from justpigments.com. It's a mica powder. It's a synthetic. I think it's called white china. It's normally used in makeup, but it works good in resin too, so, because I've already used their powders. Okay, come on, lid. Anyway, and I do want to tell you, I don't know if you're going to hear it or not, but I got my windows open today, okay? I live right across the river from the police department and fire department in this little podunk town. And I call it that because we only got like 24,000 people. But I just happen to live right across the river from both of them. So if you hear a siren, that's because they're going somewhere. And I can't help it, and I can't turn on my air conditioner yet because we're not supposed to. So, we don't pay utilities here in my apartment building. Okay, let me get to this one. This is Coral Luster, which is from CherisCreative.com. I will link hers below. She's got some very pretty stuff too. And yeah, I know. See, the rule of thumb is when you're doing micas is you really should put them in first and then put your resin on top, because you want to stir slow when your resin, after you put the powder on top, until it gets a little incorporated. Then you can stir it real fast. If you started stirring it real fast right off the bat, you'd get little poofs back in your face. You don't want that. I call those unicorn farts. And you want to stir it, make sure you get it all incorporated. Oh, that is such a pretty color. And I got some powder on my glove already. Okay, the next color I'm using is, where's the label? Royal Amethyst by Resin Arte. Now, I will tell you where I got this one at, all three of the Resin Arts, from the same place. I got them from artisttilldeath.com. They sell a lot of the colors. These come from overseas. I hate to try to tell you where they come from. I don't want that too dark, so that should be okay. I'm not sure if they come from Australia or where, but I don't have that much in here, so yeah, it's a little transparent, but that's okay because it's going to be a light flower and it's going to be going over some white. Okay, there's the Royal Amethyst. This one is called Queen Stiletto, and it's a red. But I'm not going to put a whole lot in there. That's, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. I'm still having the problem here with the lights, and I don't have, see, that's why the window's open, so I can get some ventilation and some air going in here. So, but I'm at that age where, I hate to say it, I can sweat really easy underneath hot lights, and I have yet to find lights that I can use here that are not hot. Okay, this is the Queen Stiletto. And it's a little transparent too, but that's okay. I wanted a little bit of a blue in there, so I'm using Mermaid by Resin Arte, which is they're all luster pigments is what they are. And I don't want this to be too dark, because I'm going to kind of drizzle this like where the leaves are at. So this doesn't have to be very transparent at all. I mean, very opaque at all. Yeah, you can definitely see the stick through it. But that's okay. That's okay. And last but not least, I am going to accent these guys with gold. This is a gold. Oh, I wish I could remember the name. I think it's Home Chic is what it's called. Anyway, go to your local hardware store, paint store. Most of the bigger ones, I got mine at Menards. Most of the bigger ones have it's an additive. You can they come in little packets, and I should take the label off of one and put it in here. They come in little packets that are not resealable. That's why I put it in a jar. And it usually takes 1 packet per a gallon of paint to give you some shimmer in your whatever you're painting, you know, like if you wanted to put it on your ceiling or in your kids' room. So I like using it for an accent. Okay, got all my colors mixed. If I will make sure I link all of them below. Okay, what I'm going to do is this is going to be the one I pour on. So the first thing I want to do, it's been sitting, so I'm going to mix it up just a little bit more. I want a nice little layer of white. Don't need to use all of it. Okay, my rule of thumb for your heat gun, when you, oops, that makes it look big. When you turn it on, don't point it at your piece, point it away for 5 seconds, which is about how long it takes me to tell you this, but you do that to blow the dust boogers out. So out dust boogers. Okay, they're gone. Now I'm just going over it just enough to pop the air bubbles and to give it some heat to make it a little bit more liquid. Now, a lot of people, they'll use sticks to move it around. They'll use, let me make sure nothing's on my finger. They'll use spatulas. I just use my fingers. All you want to do is just get it spread around so you have no dry spots on the canvas. Now, I noticed something the last time I did one of these. You don't put anything on the canvas that you turn upside down and dip in it. It looks better, I think. Okay, I think that's, oh God, because and I will be able to go around with the leftover white on the, where it doesn't get it. Okay. There we go. Oops, I got a dry spot. Somebody didn't get resined. Okay, now it looks like it's covered. Okay, now I don't want to do a lot of color, so what I was thinking of doing was just trying to draw some little petals. And they look funny, but that's okay. They will smoosh out. Don't worry, they will smoosh out. Okay, now wait a minute. I want to put some of the purple in there. The gold, I'll put a little bit on here, but I think I'll be adding more of it after okay, there's some purple. That was the, hang on, I gotta turn it over, Royal Amethyst, and then the first one I put on there was the Coral Luster. Now I'm gonna put on the Queen's Stiletto. Doesn't have to be exact, it doesn't have to look exactly like a flower, you know, because like I said, it'll smoosh out. Now, I wanted to do this. This is not green enough. I don't know what this is going to look like as some little greenery. Okay. Now, let's dip. Okay, so here is my other canvas taped on the back. I will do a video on that because I figured out something how to tape these the right way so the tape is easy to get off. Okay, you want to make sure it is lined up. Now, you don't want to push it too hard. You don't want to move it either. It's moving on its own. I'm just lightly tapping it down because I don't want it to smush out the sides, although it is starting to already, but hey. Okay, now you want to try to lift it straight up, and this is not the easy part. Because you got a suction like you wouldn't believe right there. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay. Doesn't look at all like a flower, does it? Okay. I can see that I got to put a little bit of white over here because it's a little bit dry right on the edge. Okay, maybe my flower shape wasn't good. I know what I probably should have done and I'll do it maybe tomorrow on a different size canvas. I will do the little drops, like for the petals, like Fiona does. I'm just adding a little bit of white right on the edge where it didn't leave any white. And then I'm going to torch it and to get rid of the air bubbles. Maybe blow some of this a little bit towards the edge. See, I want to check and make sure I've got resin on all my edges. And this one looks like it's got it all. Well, you know what? It doesn't look like a flower. Let me pop the air bubbles and then I'll add some gold and whoops. I didn't mean to, come on, damn it. There we go. I didn't mean to turn it all the way up, because I don't want to move it around yet. I just want to go over it and pop the air bubbles, so you want to do that on a slower air speed. And this gun, which is an Antake, if you go to Artist Till Death's Amazon shop, they recommend this gun. Now I can blow it around with the higher air. And I'm just blowing it towards the edge to make sure my edges are all covered. See, after I do this, if I still don't have them covered, you can use your finger with some of the drops off the table. Okay, now I want to add a little bit of the gold. Don't know what kind of a design it's going to make, but we will see. Trying to keep it in like the flower shape. Okay, now I'm going to blow that to get rid of the air bubbles and to blow it around a little bit. And I figured I might as well just blow from the center out. So it'll hopefully keep its flower shape. And that looks about as good as it's going to get. I see a couple of little dry spots right there. I see a dry spot right here. That might need a little bit more resin right there, but like I said, oh, there's some white. You can always take some off of the table and put it on your dry spot. I am checking it for dry spots, and I'm checking it for for hairs and whatnot. Okay. I can't believe I got that right there. Yep, there we go. Well, almost got it. Just trying to pick up the white that's in there. I'm not happy about that dot. That just throws off, to me, that just throws off the whole composition. Anyway, well, I will show you tomorrow how these dried. Probably at the end of the other video tomorrow. So I do want to thank y'all for watching. I appreciate all my subscribers and my viewers. I love all the comments. I do want to show you the elegant one real quick, how it turned out. Because I think it turned out really, really good. And so, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hit the little bell for the notifications so you'll know when I'm going to do another video. Okay. Here are the coasters I made with the leftovers from that. Here's 2 of them. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. I know that wax paper gets stuck in there, so I got to sand it off and give it a clear coat. And I hope to see you in my next video. And I want to tell all of you, I love the resin right out of you guys, okay? And here's these 2 coasters. And then these are today's, which to me turned out pretty good. Although I just noticed something. I don't know if this is going to work any. I want to put just a little bit of purple right in here because it doesn't have enough purple. I hope I didn't mess it up any, but don't want to tilt it because I really don't want any of it going off the edge like it's doing over here. Yep, see what it's doing over there? So it means it's tilted a little bit that way. Anyway, so thank y'all for watching. And I love the resin right I love the resin right out of you guys, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.